Hi, I'm Greg Benevent, and I'm very happy to be joined today by Haley. How you doing there, Haley?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. If you could tell us a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do here at Glendora Recovery Center.
Okay. So, like he said, my name is Haley. I work with the Amity Stop program, and that is basically our outpatient program that works with parolees.
Oh, okay. It's cool. That sounds great. If you could tell us a bit about, what that program is, what it does, who's a good fit for it, that kind of thing.
Sure. So the way it works is people are released from prison and put into some type of halfway house, sober living home, transitional home.
Okay.
And then they are required to come to outpatient as a part of their living requirement to get the funding for their housing.
Okay.
So it's voluntary.
Okay.
They don't have to be here, but at the same time they do have to be here if they want to live in the house.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the whole program is voluntary.
Great. Okay, so it's for the parolees, and it's what are like some of the benefits of it? I mean, you mentioned it's voluntary. That the people who do go through the program, like what benefits do they receive from it when they choose to come?
Well, from us as a substance use center, recovery center, as a substance use recovery center, we provide, emotional, mental support for recovery, information on what addiction actually is.
Great.
The signs of addiction, the consequences. Because a lot of our students, and we call them students, not clients.
Oh, wow.
They are really invested in recovery for the first time. So we're teaching them about how to be sober and live a crime-free life.
Wow. That's great. It's a million questions. One of the first ones that comes about is that sounds like the kind of thing that would be so rewarding. I mean, without violating or anything like that. Can you tell us just a little bit about maybe some of the success stories that have come about through this?
Absolutely. So I have guys that will call me or text me just to say, Haley, I'm doing really good. I just want to thank you for everything you've helped me with and helping me get started on my recovery journey.
Oh, wow.
I know guys who have, started new careers and have moved to different states because they've created this foundation of sobriety for themselves in recovery, and they're really able to build on that.
Wow. I mean, I'm so struck by, using the word foundation and the word build. And it sounds like a lot of this, like this is a program for those that are maybe beginning the journey, like kind of a starter aspect to it then.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, how, I have to ask everyone, I think, that comes through here, there's such a familial atmosphere here at Glendora Recovery Center. How did you happen to come here, Haley?
So I've actually known Amy my whole life.
Oh!
Yes. I've known her since probably 2 or 3 years old.
Wow!
Just family relation.
Okay.
And the way that I ended up at Glendora Recovery Center is I was working for an internet company at about 21 years old.
Okay.
And realized that I did not want to do that for the rest of my life. And I needed to do something that was more fulfilling just for me personally.
Absolutely.
And so I went back to school for correctional program support services.
Oh.
And then after I graduated, we got in touch with Amy, my family and I, just kind of laying out, this is where I'm at now. I'm interested in working with this type of population.
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do with your organization? And it worked out because she had this Amity program where we work with parolees.
Okay. Wow, that is a great story. I mean, I was very struck by the part where you mentioned how the fulfilling aspect of this. You wanted something fulfilling. If you could talk maybe just a little bit more about that. I mean, what you've seen through the course of doing your work here that leads to that sense of fulfillment, that how this really helps folks.
Sure. So for me, I realized that what keeps me going in life is helping people.
Wow.
And specifically when I see someone or help someone get that aha moment in their mind where they're like, oh, I can do something I didn't think I could ever do.
Oh, wow.
That's what gets me going and what keeps me going. And I'm just struck by the strength that so many people have.
Wow.
And a lot of people, especially in the correctional population, but also the substance use population, they don't think they're worthy of a better life.
Oh, jeez.
And so they need someone to believe in them and tell them, you are worthy, you are lovable, you deserve this better life, you deserve a fulfilling life yourself.
Wow.
And that's why I do what I do.
Wow. I mean, that's genuinely powerful to hear you say that. I mean, that's something that somebody could come in and not think, they were worthy, and then to just be so struck by their own strength. Is that what they can do with a bit of education and a bit of help? Wow. Is there a way, like, is this the kind of program, and I could be off base with this, that someone could... Is this the kind of thing that if somebody's interested in or want to learn more information about choosing to be a part of it, is that the kind of thing that they could reach out to Glendora Recovery Center or you for? Or
That's a great question.
Okay.
I'm honestly not too sure.
Gotcha.
We get referrals from this company called the Amity Foundation, and they pay for the housing.
Gotcha.
Which requires them to come to the outpatient.
Gotcha.
So we're contracted with a different foundation, and that's how we get our students.
Sure.
But if someone was interested, let's say, they saw this before they were getting released from prison.
Sure.
Hey, this is what I'm interested in doing when I get out. This is what I like to do. I've heard of this organization that helps people.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm interested in.
Wow.
So I think that would be possible.
That makes a lot of sense. Kind of expand upon something you said a moment ago, where you talked about, again, how powerful it was about the people that maybe, whether it's a conscious thought or not, just kind of believe, hey, maybe I'm not necessarily worthy of this. Maybe I can't do these things. What would you say to somebody that was maybe struggling with those thoughts, that maybe thought they weren't worthy and weren't, necessarily capable of deserving better things for themselves? What would you say to them, Haley?
I would say to that person, you are so worthy and so deserving of a fulfilling life. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, it's going to make it more difficult. So believe in yourself.
That was lovely. That really was. Those are all the questions I have for you, Haley. Is there anything that I didn't ask you that you'd like to say about the program or Glendora or anything else?
No. Just very grateful to be here. I love my job, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for our organization.
That's great. That really is. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to me, Haley. Like I said, I could talk to you all day. I got a lot out of that, and I genuinely appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's all right. On behalf of us here, my name is Greg Benevent. Take it easy. Have a good night.